That way they can have this. So good to kind of see everyone's face and get to, meet you guys more in person than just kind of through the computer. So it'll kind of be a little bit confusing till we all get used to this and taking turns talking, because I don't want to mute anybody. That way you can still talk. So I don't really have a specific agenda of, anything to talk about. I just wanted to meet with you guys, my face, your face, so you guys can kind of see everyone else, which is a little bit hard, but you'll get to see when they're talking, and just see how you guys are doing. If you have any questions for me, rather than just asking the group, or anything that I can help you with, or you need some more guidance with, something different you want to see. So just kind of to see how everything's going. So who wants to go first? Okay, I'll pick for you guys. Whitney, because you're up in the top beside me, you get to go first. So tell me how everything's going for you.
Everything's going good. I'm loving the workouts. Cardio started out for me most difficult. And now, like last night's cardio, I did 4 sets of everything, a minute straight through, and was like getting ready to start my 5th set of everything. And then my boyfriend came over, so I stopped working out. But I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I can do a lot more than I could when we started. So I love that.
Awesome. And how's clean eating going?
Clean eating is going good. I think it would be nice if I need to look up more recipes and stuff like that, more food options. I like a variety, and if I'm not meal planning, then I'm just going to grab something on the go, and it's probably not the healthiest. So I want to start meal planning so I can just grab a healthy meal out of the fridge and warm it up on my way out the door type of thing.
Yeah. Well, I will, I'll try and post, at least every other day, try and post. I have a ton of recipes, but my problem is when I make stuff, I don't write stuff down. I just kind of start dumping things and but I will try to give you guys more recipe ideas, like every other day, try to post some ideas, or if you find something that you make, and feel free to share it with the group. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a snack, just feel free to share if you find something that you really like and you try, because I'm sure that they will try it. I know we all have different restrictions with diet, we can and can't eat, and allergies, so it can be a little bit challenging, but most stuff we can modify. So, but I will definitely try to get some more recipes up for you guys.
Okay, great.
So, thank you. Andrea, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess I can go next. I'm still a little weak with the cardio, surprisingly. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to doing it on my feet, as opposed to the Derby, which was 117 minutes, and practice is 2 hours long. So all but 3 minutes, I had a good heart rate, which is awesome. I love the workouts. It definitely keeps me regimented. Like I said, the cardio days are a little harder, especially since I try to stagger my cardio days on my Derby days. But it kind of depends on work. And I actually get a lot of my workouts done during my work day because I have my own office. I just kind of just get it done real quick, because it honestly doesn't take long. And I love that about the workout, is that it doesn't take long. You can get it done. It doesn't require much commitment, 5, maybe 6 minutes. I can do that really quick. And even if I double up the sets, it's only 7, 8 minutes. And a break is 15 minutes, and I'm required to take them with the job I work at. So, I love that. As far as the eating is concerned, this week I did really good. I had salads all week for lunch, and just kind of had gotten all those rotisserie chickens from the store, peeled off all the skin, left all the skin off, trashed that, and just pulled off the pieces of meat, and I put that in with my salad. My salad was spinach, tomatoes, and cucumbers, and then I would add a fresh fruit, whether it was grapes, pineapple, whatever I had here at the house. Snacks were our cottage cheese and an orange or some kind of fruit as well. And my afternoon snack is supposed to be a vegetable, whether it's usually cucumber because it's one of my favorite things to eat. So
Cucumber?
yeah, cucumber.
Me too. I actually love cucumber too. I put lemon pepper on it. It's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I just had salad and I cut up like a quarter of a cucumber on my salad. So
That's what I do. I cut up about a quarter to a half because I love cucumber.
yeah.
And like I said, mostly because my salads are mostly just
Yeah.
spinach, tomato, and cucumber. I keep it very simple, very basic. And because my lunch is usually so vegetable heavy, fruit as our things, I've been having cereal for breakfast. But instead of like the cup serving, I've been doing 3/4 of a cup. And that's just because till I get to my first break, like my first eating, it's a long stretch. That's at like 5 o'clock in the morning until I get to first break. It's like 9 o'clock. So 9, 10 o'clock. So for me, that's a long stretch to go. So the cereal seems to help with me.
Yeah, probably because of the carbs.
Yeah, and it's just getting moving because I mean, I work on my feet all day, and I'm constantly moving. I do IT work for a warehouse, so I cover an 800,000 square feet warehouse that I work in, and I run in and run all over the place fixing things. So having that initial boost helps me.
Yep. As long as you're not having like frosted flakes or I don't even know all the bad kinds of cereal, but you're good to go.
Corn pops, that's what we've had this week. So
I don't know about those. I'm not familiar with those, but
120 calories and 27 carbs per serving.
okay, not too bad. A little high on carbs, but
Yeah.
one dish
That's
a
why I
day.
cut it down. That's why I cut it down to like 3/4 of a cup. I try to skimp it a little.
Yep. And you know, like I've seen you post in the group before, and I've seen all of you guys doing it, and the other members as well. As far as you ask questions, and when it comes to food, don't feel guilty if you have a cheat meal or something that isn't really considered clean. I mean, it's Valentine's Day, and I'm like obsessed with little candy hearts. So my husband comes home with like the mega bag, and then I like eat 2 handfuls. When I say that you should be eating clean, I don't ever mean diet. Like, don't ever cut everything out of your diet, because then that's what people do. And then they diet and then they don't eat what they enjoy. And then one day they're like, I really want a Reese's peanut butter cup. And instead of eating one, they buy a bag and eat the whole bag. So just teaching yourself to kind of eat in moderation and eat what you enjoy, that's what you need to do. So if you eat clean all day and then you have a candy, you're not going to feel bad about it, because you're exercising and eating good for the most part of the day. So it's just, that's why I don't ever say like you need to be on this diet or that diet, because I don't really believe diets work if you're looking at it from that aspect.
No, I agree, and I think the thing with dieting is when you say, "Oh, you can't have that," you're more due to kind of fall off the wagon, because you're kind of just going to have that cave moment. And when you have that cave moment, you'll maybe go on excess, as opposed to saying, "You know what? I can have that. I can only have it so often or on a limited basis, or portion control or something like that," as opposed to saying you can't have it. So that's one thing I definitely like about this group. Like, I don't feel guilty about the first week having leftover pot roast all week for lunches. I portion controlled it, and I kept it minimal, and I lost 3 pounds the first week. Go me.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, and as long as you guys are seeing results, and for some of you it'll be like a couple pounds in a week. For others, you might not notice it. That's why I'm like, take the pictures and take measurements, because the scale's not really a fair judgment. Especially if you're gaining muscle and losing fat, you're gonna gain weight at first because muscle weighs double. So measurements are really good for that. So Jessica, go ahead.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love everything about the group so far. I love the motivation. I think I love being a part of the group more than anything, because I know what to do and I know how to eat. I just don't have that accountability, and I don't have a lot of willpower. So I need all of you guys to hold me accountable to eating clean and to exercising. And it's just much easier to have a group of women that is encouraging one another and lifting each other up. I love the exercises. Tricky part for me is I have 3 little kids that are involved in a lot of activities at night, and I work full time, so, and my husband does too, so usually I don't get to the exercises till late at night, but I'm getting to them because they're short enough to get through, and I love that part about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm more of a make a big meal on Sunday type of girl, like a big stew or a bunch of salad, and I eat it the same. I'm more of the find your 5 or 6 things that you really like and eat them over and over and over. I'm not a big variety girl, but I love everything about the group. I just love that we can converse, and it's a small enough group where I feel like I'm starting to get to know some of the people more and more too. So yeah, I love everything about it. It's been great for me. Yeah, I just took so I didn't take measurements, but I just took some pictures now that we're in 2 weeks, and I did the front and the sides and the back, and I can tell a little bit in the pictures, I think. I lost a couple pounds both weeks so far, so that was great. But I'll be excited to do my measurements. I'm going to wait for them probably till the end of the month.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see if I could tell in my pictures. So yeah, I think I'm noticing some results, which is good.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast when you do pictures and measurements versus looking at the scale. Because if you look at the mirror every day, you're not going to be like, oh, I can tell it. But if you take a picture and then a week or 2 later you take a picture, you're like, yeah, I can see it in the back around my sports bra, or I can see it in my stomach or my hips. So that's kind of the cool part. And it's awesome that, you know, we've only been doing this for a little over 2 weeks, and that you can already say you lost weight or you're feeling better or you can see a difference. So, and I really, that was kind of the big thing for me, is making the workout short, because especially those of us who are moms, and I know making time for workouts is hard. For me, luckily, my husband works from home, so I get up in the morning and I try to get up before my daughter. But if I don't get to, I normally get in about half my workout, and then she wakes up, and then he'll cover her for breakfast, and then he has to work the rest of the day. So I hate getting up early, but it's kind of, if I want to get my workout, it's kind of when I have to do it, because she stays up really till like 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So she stays up late for a 1.5-year-old, but it's all right. So yeah, making the workout short is extremely important. So I just want to make sure you guys are getting results with the shorter workouts. And I do make them challenging. So that's why I always say just modify. And if you have any questions, if it's too easy, let me know. If it's too hard, let me know. We can modify it down if you can't do certain things, or if you need to make it harder, we can definitely do that as well. I already have a month workout planned for February. I'm going to LA in March. So I called the February workout Little Black Dress. So it's going to be a little bit harder than this month. But it's going to be similar as far as kind of rotating with the strength workouts and then the cardio days. So I like to do it that way, just because you kind of target muscles one day and then you have that cardio to bounce up your heart rate the next day. And I know for, you know, a lot of you, cardio isn't your thing, but it's extremely good to rotate between the two. So your body doesn't ever really learn to expect one or the other, especially if you're mixing it up. So yeah, so just keep me posted, and you know, everyone's doing an awesome job posting in the group and engaging, and that helps a lot too, with everyone staying accountable, and you kind of help each other, and I'm just kind of here to guide you all through it, and you guys are all doing awesome. So I know a lot of people couldn't make it on tonight at the last minute too, so and we have a lot of people that are commenting a lot. I know Jennifer, and I know Lynette, and Dana. She just messaged me and said she had to get out of the house. So just keep her in your prayers if you can. She did have to euthanize her puppy. So I know she's struggling a lot with that. So I told her just get out of the house and don't worry about it, and I'll record the call. So, all right, Mindy, you're the only one left.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cardio is very, 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 very hard for me. I'll tell you that. the burpees and the jumping lunges and the mountain climbers, I just try to do the form and not as many as you can do. So I try to do perfect form, and it doesn't get me very many in the minute, but I figured perfect form is better than sloppy form and hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So the eating, I pretty much ate clean anyways. I'm very picky with food. I don't like a lot of things. I'm not a pasta girl. I'm not a rice girl. I don't like breakfast foods at all. I'm really a fruits and vegetables and salad kind of girl. So the eating is not hard whatsoever. But yeah, I have a hard time with the cardio. I can hammer out 60 squats, no problem, 4 times, 5 times, but that cardio is a killer. That's where I'm finding my hardest part.
Okay. And that you're doing exactly the right thing as far as anything that I ever post. If you have questions about form, definitely ask me, and I can do videos. You can always Google it as well. But form is important. So form over function is kind of the saying as in the personal training world. So, if you do 5 or 10 versus I'm saying do like, how many, it's so much better for your body to use proper form so you're avoiding any type of injury. So I'm not worried, don't try to make yourself do a certain amount. Just make sure you have good form and take your time. And if you can only do 5 burpees in a minute, I don't care. You're building strength in your body, and it's still going to give you results. So you just have to be patient with yourself. And so you're doing, the right thing as far as, with the jump lunges and with the burpees, like you said, you're struggling. And I think that burpees are a non-favorite among everybody, along with jump lunges, which I don't like jump lunges. Burpees, I don't mind too much because I just think about the after effects of them. But and we can modify, if there's any type of discomfort, pain, or anything. There's
no discomfort. I am just like out of breath.
Yeah. And that's okay. Take your time, even if you have to kind of do, one jump and take a minute and then another jump, and you only get, 8 on each side. That is fine.
I got 10 burpees out tonight.
Well, that's good.
So, yes, I thought so.
Yeah, and, if you're doing good form, that's awesome, because burpees are probably one of the hardest exercises for everybody just because it uses every part of your body. And you'll have to think about it in terms of like you're basically jumping into a plank with all of your body weight. You have to hold it there, and then you have to jump back up.
Right.
So it's a lot of work, but it's an awesome workout. So like I said, just, and then you can also track your progress as you go. So you might have started with 5 or 6 and now you're up to 10. So you can already tell that you're getting stronger.
The first time I did it, I did not do proper form. I couldn't jump back. I walked back. And
that's okay.
So I can jump now. So it's changing.
Yeah. So there you go. So, and I'm a picky eater just like you. And like Whitney said, Jessica, sorry. I kind of eat the same thing too. I don't eat a lot. I kind of under-eat, especially right now because I'm going through all the testing to figure out what's going on with my gut. But I eat a lot of fruit, and I try to eat salads a lot. Mm-hmm. And pretty much fish is all I eat. So
I'm a fish and chicken and ground turkey, and I get like the 99% fat-free ground turkey.
Yeah, that's what we always ate until, well, my husband still does, but I can't stomach any meat right now, so until it's going on. But so right now it's just fish and shrimp, and that's about it. But well, I'm glad to see that everyone's enjoying it and that everyone's doing well, and I can tell all of you are getting a little better at everything because I see you posting and commenting, and I love when I post what do you like least and everyone says burpees and jump lunges. That's kind of what I expected. And we're gonna probably still have burpees. I forget my workout because I just did it a couple of days ago, the workout for February, but I think there's probably burpees in it. I'm not sure about jump lunges. I tried to switch up some of the cardio so you don't get bored with it. but I also don't want to just drop it off because then you're going to regress and you're going to be back to doing what you started with. So I want to keep your body kind of in shape with that.
Mm-hmm. Cardio is actually my favorite.
Yeah.
I think I told the group that because I run a lot of 5Ks and 10Ks in the summer. I'm a teacher, so I have the summers off. Mm-hmm. So in Minnesota, it's really nice in the summer. So I do lots of running or, just 5Ks, 10Ks, nothing too far. So the strength is by far my hardest because I have no muscle at all. So I'm kind of the opposite, actually.
Yeah. That works. And everyone kind of has their go-to. Some people like strength, some people like cardio. But I think for the most part, if I would ask everyone, I think we're pretty 50-50. Cardio is probably a least favorite. For me, I'm kind of more of a strength person just because I like the results better than cardio. And I hate when I can't breathe. But which not working out for a month, I can pretty much feel it instantly now. But in Colorado, it's nice enough here that I can go for walks, every day with the dogs, and I do not miss North Dakota at all.
No. Yes, it's about 15 degrees right now, but that's really warm because it was like negative 32 just a couple days ago.
Yeah, I saw it's supposed to be, my mother-in-law said it's supposed to be really cold this weekend. So I leave to Pennsylvania on Wednesday, so I'm hoping it's not freezing there because I know it has been cold.
It's super cold because it's farm show week. So that's really crazy.
So it always is.
It's super cold out right now. It's terrible. And as far as burpees are concerned, one of the things we do at derby class is we do pyramids. So you partner up with a friend, and then you do 2 laps while the other person does burpees, and they have to do 2 burpees, and then you go on and do your 2 laps. They do 2 burpees, then you switch to 3, and then 5, and then back on the 4th. Wednesday at Derby, they wanted me to do burpees, and I'm like, I can barely do them on my feet, and you want me to do them in roller skates? No, I don't think so. I do squats. It's terrible. I cannot do burpees and roller skates. I don't know how these girls do either, but eventually I'm hoping I'll get there.
That sounds like it would be pretty challenging, but now you have that as kind of a goal for yourself. So once you get to 10 on your feet, then you can try and tackle one on skates, although I think I'd follow my face as well, but that's like a talent, not just using your strength. So let me know when you do that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, does anyone have any other questions for me or anything? No?
I'm kind of looking for a yummy nighttime snack, and I know you probably shouldn't eat snacks before bed or at night, but that's my weakness is at night.
You eat after, you mean after you work out?
No, usually, sometimes I'll have a cup of hot chocolate because that will that will get my sweet tooth, craving gone. Just a cup of hot chocolate, but just something at night after dinner, either before or after the workout, something little that would be clean. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. I mean, clementine, grapes, or apples, or what would you recommend?
You could do any of that. So you just want to watch sugar, carb, proteins. You want to kind of keep a little bit lower before bed. Sugars especially. Protein would be, if you would have, can you have dairy?
I can have dairy. Yep. I don't eat hardly any meat at all. I'm pretty much a vegetarian, but I'll eat a little chicken. But other than that, I just don't like to.
I used to be a nighttime snacker, and I snacked every single night. And I started doing intermittent fasting because I didn't want to snack at night. And I did a lot of studying on intermittent fasting and how it can help your metabolism and kind of change how your body ingests and how it uses the food. So I started doing that in end of July. So I've been doing it since then. So I basically, I ate dinner at 6:30. So from 7 o'clock at night to 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I won't eat anything. And it took me a while, and I still have nights where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want junk food. And I'm like, I want cheese balls, or I want I don't really like chocolate, but like some sort of candy, like hot tamales or something. I don't know. And occasionally my husband will make popcorn and we'll watch TV. And so I have some nights where I'll have like popcorn for a snack. But as far as, so that's something I would think about, but you don't have to do it by any means, or to do that many hours. They say 12 hours to 16 hours. I just do the max. But it has broken my snacking habits, and now it's just kind of like, well, he's making popcorn, so I'll just have a little bit.
Yeah.
But healthy snacks for at night, most fruit, as long as you're not eating a ton of it. Like pineapple, I wouldn't do. It's very high in sugar. Bananas, you could do a banana. Could do clementines, like do those. An apple, if you like apples, and then if you want to use like a little bit of honey, or if you do peanut butter, I would use like a more natural peanut butter, or like a little bit of PB2. It's kind of gross, but it's super healthy in comparison. Popcorn, air popped popcorn. And then like when we make it, we just do air popped and we put a little bit of spray butter and then like the different seasonings like white cheddar. That's a good snack. That's kind of salty. Hot chocolate's good. I do that sometimes if I want sweet. I do like the sugar-free hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of tea also just to try and fill my stomach up so I don't crave food at night. Plus I have to drink like peppermint tea like it's going out of style because my digestive system. Greek yogurt is a good one. And you could always, if you don't like the flavor of Greek yogurt, like I would always get vanilla Greek, and then I would just maybe chop up like 2 strawberries or throw in a couple raspberries or blueberries just for the extra antioxidants. Because especially raspberries and blueberries, super good for you. So that's something else, and they're lower in sugar, so that would be good. I probably wouldn't add a lot of granola if you're a granola person at night anyway. That'd be more of like a morning breakfast. Trying to think what else. Like a cheese stick, if you like cheese sticks. I used to do those, but I don't do dairy right now either. Does that kind of help a little bit? You can also make, I can look up, I have some recipes for different like little protein balls. And I would only eat one of those, but they're like a peanut buttery chocolate. But that would probably help kind of with the sweet tooth. Plus it would be a little bit of carb and peanut butter. So that would be good for post-workout.
Yeah. Those are great ideas. Yeah, I love snack.
I love those.
What?
Those little protein balls. I have a cranberry pistachio white chocolate chip one that I add like chia seeds and hemp hearts in. And
yeah, those are any type of protein balls, as long as you read the ingredient list, most of those are pretty healthy, and you can always kind of modify. Like the ones I have use regular peanut butter, and then I just modify with like PB2, which isn't as strong, so you need some extra. Or I'll do half PB2 and half of whatever wheat my husband uses. I think it's Skippy or whatever, non-healthy peanut butter. Or add a little bit of extra honey to make it sweeter. Even though I don't like honey, I can't taste it in them. But doing something like that can help as well. And then just if you need more ideas, just let me know and I can kind of scope out some recipes. But I think doing something like that would help. But any type of fruit except for probably pineapple, because pineapple is way high in sugar. Any type of fruit would be a good nighttime snack. And then if you need like a little bit of dip with it, like I said. And then for the sweet tooth, like you said, you do the hot chocolate already, so that's a good one. So, yeah.
I like those ideas, and I like too that I'm a big snacker. Sometimes I'll just snack. Like I don't have like big meals. I just kind of snack like 6 little meals during the day. Or sometimes when I get home from work, I just need something right now, and I don't need a meal. I just need a little snack until I can get to my meal, because it might be 2 or 3 hours depending on my kids' activities or homework.
Yeah.
And so I just need something little to fill up my stomach other than water to tide me over. And so those are great ideas. Yeah.
Yep, and then there's always the option of making a smoothie, kind of with
Yes.
whatever fruits and vegetables you have laying around. You can use milk. You don't have to use milk. You can use water. Make a cup of green tea and let it cool down and use that as your base. That's a
Yep.
really good idea. I do that a lot, just because then I have the extra antioxidants and metabolism booster with the green tea. So smoothies are always a good thing because that's kind of how I get in a lot of vegetables because I prefer to eat fruit over vegetables. So, and I have to, my daughter is very picky, so I kind of make myself a smoothie and we split it 50-50. So that's how she gets her vegetables because she doesn't like hers either. So, yeah, but I will, I'll try to come up with more meals for like kind of, and get those posting more frequently. And then I'll also try and find some good recipes for different snack bars. And I've tried making granola, but that didn't really turn out too good. So if any of you guys have good granola recipes, definitely feel free to share. It's kind of a touchy product to make. I'm better at making little protein balls that I don't have to make in the oven. But yeah. Does anyone else have any questions? No? All right. Well, I will.
This is
Huh?
This is super fun to do this. I love it. So
Yeah,
never did-
I thought it would be fun just for us to do this, and that way we kind of get to see each other's faces. And I know if you guys are on your phone, you can't see. Like I can see all of your faces at one time, so it's kind of cool. So don't pick your nose or anything. But I can see everyone's face, which is cool because I get to actually like know who I'm talking to. So when you guys ask me questions, I can put a face with the person's name. So yeah, I'm really glad. I wasn't sure about this. I'm like, I don't know how these are going to go, if I should do it or not, but I'm glad I did because then it gives you guys a chance to see me and ask questions and hear what everyone else has to say and kind of see everyone else too, to know that we're kind of like a little community and we're not just on Facebook because there's so many people on there.
Yeah.
I will be Tuesday. I have a procedure, so I might be a little bit not available. And then Wednesday I am flying, so I will for sure not. But after those 2 days, and I'll still try to check in as much as I can if you guys have questions. And but if you don't hear from me Tuesday morning or Wednesday, pretty much be gone all day Wednesday because with flying, we have to be at the airport. I don't even know what time my flights are, but hopefully we don't have snowstorms here or anywhere between here and Pennsylvania. So yeah, but it was good to chat with everybody, and I will record. I have this all recorded, so for all the other girls, they can kind of hear the questions you guys asked and see what you said, and I'm sure they'll have some comments as well. But just keep on posting. I love the motivational posts you're all making. I love the engagement and helping each other. And like I said, I will post recipes. If you have recipes that you find that you really like, definitely post and share because someone else can probably use it. And any modifications you need as we go. I think for the most part, the workouts are just going to keep getting a little bit more challenging, but you're doing kind of the same thing. So just modify to what you need to do for your body. And, you know, all of you are pretty much saying that you're starting to feel or see changes, whether you see actual results. You can tell by just, like Mindy said, in doing burpees, she went from having to walk into a burpee to being able to do 10 burpees. So that's really awesome. And you might not feel like it's a huge achievement, but I can't tell you the number of people that I've worked with that can't even do one burpee. So it's really awesome. So just keep challenging yourself. And if you need modifications, let me know. If something's hurting you, definitely let me know. There's always a difference kind of between a good hurt and a bad hurt. So if it's like, oh, these lunges are burning my butt, keep on doing it because that means there's fat disappearing. Curtsy lunges, I know Andrea, you mentioned them. If you want to feel some butt pain, do some curtsy lunges rather than just a straight lunge. And I guarantee you the next day you're going to be grabbing your butt when you're walking. That's a warning. So,
oh my God, the curtsy. lunges hurt so bad, like, and it was sad because I had derby class the day after, and I was like, man, I could feel it, I could still feel it, I could still feel it. Definitely, those were fun though. They were great, and I liked them better than the regular lunges. Though I did some regular lunges just to help change it up and not do all of my lunges the same way, because I feel like if I did them all the same way, my body would be like, oh, you know what? I know what you're getting used to.
Well,
And so I keep changing the numbers I do of each one each day. Like I'll do like what you say 50 squats, but like I may just do like 10 one-leg squats on each side, and then maybe 20 jump squats and like 10 regular squats. While the next time you ask for squats, I may just do all jump squats, or I'll change it up. I try to keep that varied as much as possible.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Do you guys all know what curtsy lunges are? Can you nod yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, you know what Andrea said, just because I say do lunges or squats, like if I want you to do a specific one, I'll say do a plie squat or do a narrow squat or do a curtsy lunge. But if I don't say, definitely feel free to modify in different ones, because it can get boring if you're doing 40 lunges on one leg. Or switch back and forth, but like I said, and I think someone asked and I posted, I think it was Andrea, for lunges, you can do walking lunges, you can add weight, you can do curtsy lunges, you can do stepping forward, stepping backward, you can stay in a spot, and the same thing goes for squats. You can do narrow, wide, you can touch the floor with every squat, which that's another one that will get your butt cheek, and your hamstrings pretty good. So, you can do plie squats, you can do single leg squats. So there's a lot of variations on those, and you can kind of modify that to what you want to do. I don't want to tie you guys down to specifics, and I try to leave it a little bit in your hands, so that way you can kind of do what works for your body and challenge yourself. And that's part of what helps with you guys asking questions in the group, is that gives you different ideas, because like Andrea said, she does these different types of lunges, and each day she might do different ones to break it up, so her body never knows what's coming. You can do the same thing every day for about a month to a month and a half. You're still going to see results, but eventually you're going to plateau unless you keep jacking up the number. And no one wants to do 200 squats a day, trust me, because I wouldn't even want to do that. But just taking what you're doing and then just modifying it, that's just basically tricking your body, because it says, oh, I'm going to do lunges today, and then you start doing a different type of lunge, and it's like, wait, what is this? And then the next day you're like, oh, I'm so sore, I just haven't done lunges for a week, and that's why. So the same thing goes for any type of ab workouts, and it's why I try to always mix them up, and we might repeat them like every week, but you might only do one type each week, just because that way your muscles don't ever know what to expect, and they're always confused, and that way you keep seeing the results. And then that's why you say, oh, I took pictures and I took changes in 2 weeks, because you're doing stuff you wouldn't normally do, and you're constantly switching it up, so your body can never recognize what comes next. So definitely keep up that, and like I said, let me know if you have questions about modifying. So I will let you guys all go. I have to go give my daughter a bath. But it was awesome to chat with everybody. And like I said, just post if you have any questions or anything. Keep on doing what you're doing as far as engagement. And I will work on getting a collection of some more recipes. I do have a 3-week meal planner I'm working on. And then I have another one. I forget how long that one is. So I will try to get one of those ready to post when I post the February workout, so you guys have a lot more ideas as far as meals to take and run with, and that way you're not kind of like stuck, especially for those of you who do actual meal planning. I'm pretty bad with that. You're like the day of, we're like, what should we have for dinner? There's nothing in the fridge, or there's nothing in the freezer. And it's really hard right now because I can't eat anything, and my husband's like, well, I guess I'll just go out to eat. But once I have all these tests and figure some stuff out, hopefully we can, what are you doing? We can get back to meal planning. So, yeah, it was great to see everybody. Thank you guys for getting on. I'm glad you all figured it out. And I will talk to everybody soon. And let me know if you need anything or have any questions.
Aww.
Say hi. This is Adlin.
Hello.
Good job. I think
So
she, yeah.
Aw.
Do you say hi to the girls? Yeah. You have to say bye now. Bye. Say bye. See you later.
Bye-bye.
No. All right, guys. Well, I will let you all go. So have a good evening. Thank you for joining, and we will talk to you all soon.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're
Good night.
welcome.